Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tim Show. I'm Tim, your host, and I'm here to talk some New York Yankees baseball. Now, here's my slogan: I never get too high off wins, and I never get too low off losses. And with that, the Yankees are winners of 7 out of our last 8 games. And boy, we needed that. It was good seeing the Nationals and the White Sox because they suck. And baseball is just a long 162 game season. And you got to take the wins when they come. And sometimes beating up on bad teams is how a team and what I think the Yankees can gain some confidence. Because we was just 6 games behind Toronto. And now that I look at the standing, we're tied with the Red Sox with 2.5 games away from the Blue Jays because they've been losing. And we have a series coming up with them this weekend at the stadium. So it's about to get real interesting because September's here, and that means playoff baseball is right around the corner. And boy, oh boy, we're about to find out how good or how bad our team is, especially these next 4 series. But before we get to that, I want to talk. I have a few positives and one negative to speak on our latest road trip. David Bednar, that's our closer. We found him. No need to look any further. In the short stint he's been here in New York, he's been great. It looked like he's cut out to play in the pinstripes in New York City. I don't care how we get to him, who's in the game to get to him, as long as we get to him. Simple. Simple. Now let's get to Ben Rice. Early in the season, he played a lot because Stanton was hurt. So he played a lot of DH. And he had a great start to the season. As Stanton came back from his injury, he played less and his production started to dwindle. Of course, it happens. It's only his second season. And when you don't get anybody, if you don't get consistent at bats, your production shrinks. It just happens in baseball. But he's earned his spot and he's earned his playing time. He's either catching or playing first base, but Boone has figured out a way to get him in the lineup, and it's been productive. And that's what sports is. Sports should be about you earning your spot. And that's my problem with Anthony Volpe. Now, no, I'm not here to bash him. I think I've done enough in recent episodes. I'm not here to bash him. But what I will say is in the past, I agree we haven't had a viable replacement for him. But since the trading deadline, when we traded for Jose Caballero, hope I said that correctly. Um, we've had a viable replacement. And he's shown that. He's been great defensively, in which Anthony Volpe has not. And when he's playing and when he get on base, he still bases. Between him, Dominguez, and Jazz Chisholm, this is something we haven't had in a long time. And he's just a pest. He could play all over the field. Why is he not playing more? Who just came and said, Anthony Volpe, this is your spot and you won't lose it? How does he have that much protection? I don't understand. I don't. Going into this stretch run, this playoff push, I would love for Aaron Boone to play the players who are playing the best. Simple. Very simple. But now let's get into our September schedule because it's top heavy. Top heavy. We start tonight in Houston, and we all know our struggles against that team. It's not a rivalry, Yankee fans. They've been whooping our ass for years. And they did it a month ago at Yankee Stadium. It seemed like we lost to Carlos Correa and Jose Altuve. And guess what? Yordan Alvarez is back. So we need to make a statement. We got Max Fried on the mound tonight. Let's get a victory and start this series, start this stretch off correctly. We have three games against Houston. Then we have 3 games against Toronto. And then we have 3 games against Detroit. And then we have 3 games against the Boston Red Sox. So in this 12-game span, we will figure out what's going on with the division. Because if you ask me, I think that the division is us in Boston. I think Toronto's on a downward spiral. I don't believe in them. They could prove me wrong, but I don't believe in them. I think it's between us and Boston, but we have to prove that, and our chance is coming to prove that. And then it's crazy how baseball work. Again, I said it's a long season. And all season, the Detroit Tigers have been number 1 in an American League. But next week, Tuesday, we could be fighting for first place in the American League. Can you believe that? Just mid-August, people just counted out for making the playoffs. They said we wouldn't make the playoffs. And now we have a chance to fight for the 1 seed. You got to love baseball. You got to love baseball. But best believe we will find out where we are at coming up in these next 2 weeks. And then closing the season, we have the White Sox, the Orioles 2 times, and the Twins. So again, whoever created the schedule, they put it on a platter for us. Because in baseball, it's not the best team to win the World Series. It's the team that get hot at the right moment. It's going to get very interesting, and we will see.